Good morning, guys. We're over here in Queen Creek, Arizona. We're doing an inspection on this 2011 Winnebago Journey diesel pusher. So now I won't take it through the inspection on this one completely, but what we will do, because that's what we like to do on this channel, is take a look at the roof. There's a Winnebago roof. Winnebago has a Phylon one-piece roof. The radius of the Phylon wraps around to the side into the and tucks into this gutter right there. So we'll definitely be looking to make sure that's not coming loose, because 2011, this is 2021, so it's 10 years old. Other than that, Winnebago also uses self-leveling silicone sealant known as Newflex 311, or self-leveling silicone hangs, I think is the brand name it's put under. But before we go on the roof, I will show you one thing. Now, of course, on my last video with the 2008 Expedition, I told you guys to always take a look at these paddle latches, the slam latches right here, because they're common to break on Fleetwoods, Monacos, and I did say Winnebago, because look at that, I'm missing that one right there. So it is pretty common. I mean, after all, they are called plunger or slam latches, and it's just a little plastic bolt that sticks out, so it's not uncommon for them to break. But let's go ahead and get on the ladder. Now, I didn't find the ladder extension, so I'll have to go get a ladder, and then we'll climb up there. All right. As we will do a walkthrough at the end of this, and because I hear your complaints that the TikTok videos are in the portrait mode, we'll do a walkthrough in the landscape mode so you can see a little bit better. I hope that helps. Let's go on the roof. All right, so I do like to still use the ladder. We're just using the ladder to get on the ladder. I'm not seeing any movement right here or here, so the rear cap looks pretty good. There's a little bit of sunburnt, but that's normal. We'll go ahead and walk it real fast. And I won't deny it does feel loose right there. And there's a telltale giveaway. I do have a screw loose. So I definitely didn't expect to find a rear cap loose. That's unfortunate. And then again, on this radius seal, we should be resealing that. We'll have to clean that up and reseal it. And if we do look at the radius where it tucks into the roof right here, can you guys see that? Focus. It is cracked pretty well. So this roof would have to be resealed on the radiuses. And I can't deny there's something going on right there. I don't know what that is. But we're not there yet. Alright, well, I turned off the AC, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better now. So this is the Phylon material right here. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of clear right there. Or reflective right there. Pretty dull everywhere else. That's why I do recommend always waxing these things. Just a wash and wax is all you need. We haven't made it too far on this roof and found some issues. So the slide out topper fabric, I could see this from the ground. It was torn. That's not too surprising to me up here. We'll go to the other side. Oh, this one's not torn because this one is a new one. You'll notice this one's been replaced. So it doesn't have that hem that would have been right there. So this is a universal fabric. It does have a little bit of a wear spot right there, but nothing else I would worry about. So I guess we'll start right back here with the AC. My bolt's a little loose. Let's do the all-important lean against it and see if it moves. It is pretty common for Winnebago roof ACs to come loose just because they're squeezing against styrofoam. I don't like what's going on over here. Now this is Winnebago's gimmick solar panel. I think this one charges the chassis batteries, the chassis battery maintainer. That all looks fine. The clear's peeling right here, which isn't too uncommon on these roofs. And of course that sealant's still gapped over on this side and cracked. We're almost at this point. I don't know what's going on there. But if I look right here, we're missing a radio antenna. This radio antenna is broken. This is not Winnebago roof sealant. This is Dicor. So of course we know Dicor is not going to stick to the sealant that was there before, which is self-leveling silicone. So we got a little bit going on right there. Come over to the skylight. Now Winnebago skylights are prone to cracking. That's not a crack, that's sealant. So we're good there. So usually you'll see it from the base and it'll kind of work its way up. But I don't see any cracks there, and otherwise the sealant's in good shape. Now the self-leveling silicone is actually a high quality sealant, and it should last decades, put down correctly. All right, well, I'll try to do a visual inspection on this one. I'll lift it up. Don't see anything wrong with that one. Now the roof itself feels really good. I don't feel any delamination or any popping. We'll get to our second AC here. Doesn't feel loose. This would have been the second generation of this heat pump. The first generation has a separate grill that screws down. The second generation has this grill or screen built into the rear cap. But these are Coleman Mach heat pumps that have a little bit higher failure rate just because of how they did this fan blower motor. The impeller for the inside blower is a blower wheel, and usually that falls apart. It's driven by the same motor. Alright, so we definitely know we need a new slide out topper here. That one was pretty easy to know. I don't know what's going on underneath here. This is a roof repair tape. This is actually true like gutter tape that you get at the hardware store. But I don't know why it's up here, and I'm a little concerned by it, mostly because I would assume that it was used to seal something off, and I don't know what's under there. I kind of feel like there's a ridge or something right there. Let me see if I can't peel it back some. This isn't a Turnabond, it's just going to be a gutter tape or a roof repair tape because it's black. This would have been for a house. I don't see any damage underneath it. I think that what I could feel was a paint line where it's painted on this side and it's not painted on the roof side. Now, if I take a overall look at it, it does look like it's just on the slide out from there to there. So I don't know if they were just using it to kind of build up and redirect like water from going onto the slide out. It's a weird way of doing it. I would have just put a bead of silicone or something up on top to redirect water that way rather than any of this tape. But I will walk the length of it like this, looking for any sort of cracking, because roof repair tape has no structural strength to it. So if there was an opening, it would tear the tape itself too, because it's just a thin membrane with no real strength. But man, I don't know. Somebody repaired the slide out topper really in a strange way. They added aluminum, what is that? Like tubing? Screwed the tubing down into it? I don't know, that's weird. I mean, this slide out topper has that seam in the middle because it's extremely long slide out. Right? So I don't know if they just couldn't find somebody to replace that entire fabric. That was an awful lot of effort to secure an old fabric, so definitely that needs a new fabric. These slide out toppers work really great to redirect water, you get a little bit of weatherproofing on it, cast some shade on the slide out. But if it does start to tear or has a hole in it right on top of the roof of the slide out, it becomes a gutter and a funnel that funnels all the water that's coming off the roof into that one little area, and there's no slide out seal on the market that will withstand that amount of water. I mean, I say that. I know the air seals on the bus conversions would still be able to stand that, but not in the RV world. So I'll make a note of that. I don't see any real damage that is hiding. See if we can't get with the current owner and figure out why they did that. But I'm guessing it was part of the slide out topper redirecting. All right, well, we're over halfway done now. You can see this slide out topper needs a new topper fabric too. Okay, well, we didn't look at the radius on this side. This sealant looks really good. I don't see any cracking on it. But we're almost done. This vent looks pretty good. Secured down really well, the way it's supposed to be done. And we'll go to the last roof AC right here. I don't feel it loose, so we're good there. If we look at the TV antenna, not surprisingly, the coax is all sunburnt. It still works, it's just it's not weatherproof anymore. So I'd recommend a new coax at this point, and it looks like somebody's probably done some work over here. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see, so right up front here, that radius is cracked, so that would have to be resealed. So I would be recommending resealing both radiuses. The patio awning looks good. The fabric looks good. I could see it from underneath. Let's go to the front cap. Now this front cap, like I said, I don't know why Winnebago doesn't put a bead of sealant right there. I would recommend a bead of sealant right there because I can kind of flex that. I can walk it. I would recommend it. But Winnebago doesn't always listen to me. Unsurprisingly, the Winnebago antenna is broken. It's really common on these Winnebagos for the radio antennas to be broken. And let's see. Got a Dish Network Traveler. And that looks like it's installed okay. If we come over to the other side, yep, sealant's capped over there. So there it is. 2011 Winnebago Journey roof inspection. I can't deny I found a lot more than I planned on seeing. This roof actually looked like it was in pretty good shape. I'm walking on it, I don't feel any soft spots. Don't see any signs of water damage or intrusion, especially on the inside. But we did find the rear cap is loose. Both radiuses should be resealed. 3 of the 4 slide out toppers need to be replaced. The radio antennas are broken. And could probably use a wax job on it. But other than that, we're looking good. Now remember, Winnebagos have the most unique roof designs and structures in the RV industry. It's really just a laminated 1/8" paneling and styrofoam. So there's no structural support in there. That's why we need to inspect the roofs, especially the roof radius, at least once a year. Make sure that sealant hasn't gapped or cracked, because that's what's actually holding that tucked in radius into the rail itself. Once it's loose, it allows that radius to pop out in the wind or driving down the road. It'll rip the pylon, and then you're looking at a pretty expensive either roof replacement or repair job. And again, point of fact, most insurance companies will not repair a roof from neglect, only from damage, maybe if you hit something. So again, once a year, let's inspect a roof. Twice a year is better. We're going to use self-leveling silicone on the roof for sealant or lap sealant. And then on the sides, I recommend a GeoSil, because this is painted. We're going to use clear GeoSil ProFlex. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's go take a look on the inside. All right, so here we go. 2011 Winnebago Journey diesel pusher. Let's take a look inside. All right, so this one has 4 slide outs, 3 roof ACs, and it does have an 8,000 watt generator. Go ahead and take a look inside. There's 2 slide outs in the front and then 2 in the rear. If we look at the cabinetry in here, this is all solid wood cabinetry, not just the doors. The frames themselves are solid wood. Of course, one of the features I like, it's not power shades. It's going to be manual shades, front and rear. Just the visor itself is going to be power. We have continued cabinetry all the way around the front. If we look in the driver's compartment, the seats are in great shape. They do swivel. They are power. You have a radio control on the steering wheel, and the radio itself has the cameras on it. So you have side cameras and rear view cameras. This does have computer controlled hydraulic HWH leveling on it. And now if we look over here, you have the main sofa. This sofa does have power features to it. So the 2 center sections right here are power recliner. But yeah, the bottom sections that pop out and turns this into either a bed, or you can use it as a coffee table or a footrest or an ottoman. You can put down just one side if you want to turn it into a bed, or both sides together. Make sure this side's right over here next to the cup holders. So there you go. Now this truly isn't part of the bed, but that'd be a really cool, comfortable bed with all of those put together. Now this sofa right here has this pull-out section, so This has to be pushed in before you can drive down the road with the slide outs in. It's pretty straight. Pop that off, pop that down, and just fold it in place. Now with that release right there, now just roll in right there. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of damage to the armrest there. Now the tile itself is ceramic tile, and there is carpet on the slide outs and in the bedroom back there. Speaking of pull-outs, now in the galley area right here, we have another countertop extension. There's a little handle right there that'll pull this out. So you have all that much more counter space in the galley with its own drawers down below. There's just going to be a 3-burner stovetop, solid surface Corian countertops, convection oven, microwave above. There's cool drawers back there. That backsplash continues all the way around. This is all solid surface Corian with an inlaid glass tiles. 2 stainless steel sinks with a pull-out faucet and even a filtered water spigot. Over on this side we have the dinette. Now the dinette table does pull out for additional seating. Over here you have the main TV. Below the main TV is going to be electric fireplace heater. But over here we do have a pull-out little workbench or desk next to the recliner. Like, you can move wherever you would like. The ceiling's just going to have vinyl, padded vinyl on it. There's a pretty unique floor plan in here though, because this is not a bath and a half, but they did split up the bathroom. So if we go to this side, you have a sink, a pretty substantial shower in here, and this is a fiberglass surround, like a residential shower. We'll do the all-important step in. So here we go. There's a step up down here. 6 foot, so it just clears. I don't have to duck. And when I step up, my head will hit this coming out. So you do have to make sure you step down. Other than that, you can see I do have considerable headroom up here. So, but it's pretty unique. I like how they have the shower and its own sink right in here in its own area. And if we go over here to this other side of the hallway, you can see the toilet. It's just going to be a gravity toilet, and it has its own sink. So it's not really a bath and a half. It is just a split bathroom. So pretty unique to this floor plan. The tour in the bedroom, of course. The bedroom has its own pocket door to close off from the rest of the motorhome. Now there's a queen size bed. Now there are 2 slide outs in the bedroom, one on the driver's side, and of course the other one's going to be on the passenger side. That's where the TV is going to be located, radio DVD player, and it does even have a ceiling fan right above. There is no storage below the bed, but that's where all the electrical is going to be. Right behind this door right here, a true stacked washer and dryer. And of course you have your 2 big mirrored closet doors. Takes you to a pretty substantial closet in here. But there it is, a 2011 Winnebago Journey. It's a really nice coach. It's not an entry-level diesel. It's a mid-level diesel. Not a true luxury diesel. But I think it's aged really well for 2011. So it's 10 years old, and they did not do bad designs in it that aged poorly. This still looks really good. But I hope you guys enjoyed that tour, and thanks a lot for watching. I hear what you guys are saying, but how does it look with the slide out rooms in? Let's run them in. Alright, so there we go. Sorry, jacks are down. You'll have to listen to that horrible noise. But there we go. This is what it looks like when it's all closed up. You have a lot less space for sure. That's why I'm showing you, and that's why we're taking a look. It's one of those things to think about when you're buying an RV. Because you will be traveling with it, and sometimes you'll need to get to the bathroom or the galley with the slide out rooms in.